The South African National Civic Organization in KwaZulu-Natal has been disbanded and an interim structure formed in its place. This comes 6 months after former President Jacob Zuma was elected as Sanco provincial head. To unpack exactly what happened, we're joined now by Sanco KZN coordinator Sizwe Cele. Mr. Cele, thank you so much for your time. A very good morning to you. Let's shed some light in terms of exactly what transpired. It looks as though there was much divisions within Sanco. Subsequently, we see a disbandment here. But what happened?
Good morning, Faith, and good morning to your viewers. Thank you for giving us this platform to be able to share the good news we are about to share with the South Africans and abahlali all over KZN. Look, in order to be able to answer this question, I need to give a bit of, to put it in context. So it started in 2019 when we had to launch a national structure, an NEC. It was launched in Alexandra, Gauteng. 3 months down the line, there was another NEC which was launched in Durban. So from 2019, we ended up having two NECs, which ended up reviling each other, which of course was not good for the life of Sanco. That's then permeated down to the provinces and the regions. So in KZN, we launched another provincial structure, which was aligned with another one of these NECs. In 2021, we had a provincial executive committee, which was aligned with, for the ease of reference, with an Alexandra NEC. Then in January this year, we had another launch, which was then aligned with the Durban NEC, which then had former President Jacob Zuma as its chairperson. So we ended up having two PECs rivaling each other yet for one organization, Sanco. So then these NECs took each other to court since 2019, and the court never set and never gave us the trial date. Eventually, the spirit of unity eventually prevailed amongst the NEC leaders, who then came together from both of these NECs. They said, and they agreed to say, let's have an amicable solution to this matter of Sanco, because the people of South Africa are very much hurt and they are complaining if Sanco is divided. Then on 18 May, both of these NECs sat together and decided to disband themselves and then put in place a national interim coordinating committee instead of an NEC now. So as a result of that, we ended up having Richard Mkhungo as a national convener of Sanco, who will be coming from the eNCA, which we will refer to, or we refer to as a Durban NEC. And on the other side, we got a national coordinator by the name of Comrade Mike Sogo, who is also coming from the NEC, which we refer to as Alexandra NEC. So as a part of that unity at a national level, the NEC decided to say, let's go down to the provinces and look at which province has got two provincial executive committee, and then disband those provinces and put in place what is called an interim provincial coordinating committee, whose function will be to unite Sanco and then take Sanco to a proper united provincial conference. As a result, on the 6th of this month, 6th June, just on Tuesday, both NECs, led by their national leaders, came down to Durban and they had a joint meetings and they disbanded both PECs. So this is how this disbandment came about. As part of that, they then appointed former President Jacob Zuma as a provincial convener. Provincial convener is an equivalent of a provincial chairperson. It's just that when the structure is an interim structure, it will have a convener up until it goes to a conference. Then
got you. So basically, Sizwe, we've got right now, the former head of state, Jacob Zuma, is now a provincial convener, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so then how do we know? I'm just looking at the time, unfortunately. I'm being told also in my ear that we need to be able to wrap up in just a moment. But how do we know that the divisions that we've experienced, and as you're articulating quite clearly, that this has been going on from 2019, where you have got an actual structure, you've got an introduction of an actual structure in Alexandra, you've got something else branching off in KZN. How do you know that it will not happen again? Once a disbandment has happened, it looks as though there's a negotiated structure and a way forward. But how do you know that once again we won't find ourselves in a situation where Sanco experiences similar or even worse divisions?
Yeah, no, we can guarantee that that definitely is no longer going to happen to Sanco, because like any other organization, they go to different developmental stages. We're going through our storming phase, if you know about the development of organization. Definitely, right now, we are going to a stage where Sanco is stabilizing. There's unity among Sanco in KZN. And we have communicated that at a national level with Comrade Fikile Mbalula as the Secretary General of the ANC, which leads the alliance. We have communicated the same in KZN with Comrade Bheki Mtolo to say Sanco is back and Sanco is ready to continue championing the interest of the poorest of the poor. Definitely, Sanco will be there ensuring that all the service delivery, all the things that Sanco stands for are being delivered to the people of South Africa.
We have to leave it there this morning, but much appreciated. Sizwe Cele is Sanco's KZN coordinator. As you have it there, it looks as though Sanco is trying to get its act together. How it will determine, of course, we'll see that a little bit later as the story progresses.